Hey, all. I decided not to. One person asked why I say hi Google, hi YouTube, and why I was including Reddit in that. So, first, let me say, I was doing that because there used to be just YouTube and Google are two very different platforms. Some people, the YouTube watchers, are not necessarily Google posters, but every posting I make goes to Google, and I have a rather different audience there. Um, but I've noticed that Reddit is very similar audience. So, and now that I'm spreading a little more, and I hope you spread me more, spread me. Um, I wouldn't mind you sharing me. I love those link comments that go to other places, so that my help can go to further people, because that's really what I do. We're starting this off with some with a mix bowl. This is, oh, look, there's a hair in there. This is butter with a really nice plush berry. And let me see if I can. Sometimes it's funny how there's that hair, and now it's still there. There, it's gone. So we're going to make a cheers, and we're going to do some late night thunkering. Thunkering about this and thunkering about that. Just whatchamacallits and thingamahoos. Cheers. That first beautiful green token, especially when we have something so nice mixed with it. And I have this wonderful little piece of amber that I put on top of it. Yes, my wife, my ex-wife, came from Latvia, the Baltic Sea, where a fair amount of the world's amber comes from. Anyways, that's a great thing to plug it, and let's thunker about some stuff. Uh, I can't remember who, but a couple of people asked me about my political stand, and a couple of people asked me about my religious stand. And I said, that's something that definitely I didn't want to just answer in something where I was answering, I think, close 50 questions or more. But it's something I could probably talk about here. Politically, I have a minor in political sciences. I took political sciences a couple of times at Grant McEwen University, and a couple of times, two different classes, entry level and whatever, and quite a bit of financial management. So I do know where I come from on politics, but I get a real kick out of people that have this stake in the sand, and this is what I am, and carry a label like conservative or libertarian or leftist or liberal. um, and yeah, that's a hippie who generally most hippies seem to be liberal, but I don't think today's age hippie can be, because the left and the right has all been consumed by corporative government. By corporative government, I mean, yeah, I believe in the Illuminati. I believe there is an overarching ownership to this earth that has been almost succeeded. But us at the bottom, we can have very little effect on it. Because of that, because over the years I've done that, I have steered left and right on issues and realized that a label contains. I wrote an article, it was actually 5 articles, about labels are for soup cans, just talking about how I don't like labels on myself. I don't believe in labeling other people either. Speaking generally, speaking universally, things like that. and even stereotypes are okay in cases when using generalities, when not being specific, and when not trying to call to arms. So, so politically, I can only say I'm right leaning, I'm right center, I'm right, but I'm right. And I've always told my kids that, there may be once in a while when I'm wrong. No, no, that's the only time I was wrong. When I said I might have been. Uh, so my political is all over the place. I believe in taking each issue at its own. That's why I really believe in no government. I believe all we need is some applications to control power, water, sewer, electricity, all the things that we expect our government to control for us. Those things can be controlled, paid for, charged, everything by computer programs and applications. Um, and when there needs to be any kind of change, there needs to be a very, very small group that I I honestly believe that it can be programmed for intelligence to understand us all. And every morning, just like you boot in and you look at all your comments, you would also have your government action, because it is our civil liberty, it's our civil duty to work for the betterment of our own community, however large it may be. So part of our duty would be, as a citizen of Canada, would be you log into your government site and you do your morning voting. And that way, every issue could be 3 or 4 or 5 levels of voting, where they work out the issues, and things are reported back on the website as to where we are on what issue, and people can raise it by, you, you know what I mean? That's a representative government. Right now, I don't take part. I don't vote because it's broken. And voting doesn't help unless there was somebody saying that they're going to make it so you don't vote for them again. So that you build something that you don't need people to run, because people assume power. And no, I don't believe machines will assume power. I just don't. Anyways, and religion. Religion. Ugh. There's a very, very, very long story, but I was born into one religion. Not really. My dad never had me baptized, which drove me to never baptize any of mine except my Russian one, which my wife made me do. But through my life, I've changed religion 4 times, 5 times. I've lost count, and it doesn't matter. I have studied very deeply. I believe in a higher power. I believe there is a creator. I probably more identify with the Native North American philosophy than much anything else, that the earth is a living, breathing organism and we are all connected. That's why I enjoyed the movie Lost so much, because there's some of that woven into that. I don't believe in pomp and circumstance. I don't believe in church. I don't believe in paying some priest 10% of my earnings. To do what? To tell everybody how bad they are? I went to church a few times and I couldn't stand that. You went out feeling worse than you went in. I love the Baptist churches. And I think there's something beautiful about camaraderie. But when it starts costing you, I guess you have to pay for a little bit of everything. And, comments below. But let's not blow up on this, because, one of my major philosophies of life, and this, my dear friends, is a philosophy of a hippie, is live and let live. I'm okay. I'm okay with absolutely everything that doesn't step on me or mine. And even when it steps on me or mine, if it's been accidental, pay restitution or sorry or something like that, and you move on, and it's over. I never look back. I don't believe in looking back. I don't believe in looking too far in the future either, because there's no control over that. You can only control your action in the here, now, and present, and you don't need to do it quickly. Every decision that comes to you should come to you and be thought about. There's always a space, a physical space between action and reaction. Always. Even when two cars hit head on, there's action and there's a space, and then reaction, the airbags poof. There's space. Most of that, some of that you cannot control, but when you can control your reaction, you should, because you can change it. So that's my thunkering. I thunked about it a lot, and thunk I'd bring it to you. I don't know why that word came to me today, and it isn't mine. Peace, cheers, and harmony. I hope you're having a good Tuesday night. For me, it's only 8:30, but it feels like it's midnight. I never went to sleep last night until 6 a.m. I insomnia. Peace and cheers.